All right, let's do this. The DJI Action 3 and the GoPro Hero 11. And maybe right now you're looking at both of them, you're not sure which one you should get. So I thought it'd be good to take a look at both of these cameras, highlight the differences, and see if I can help make your decision.
Mr. Black.
By the way, welcome to the channel. My name's Danny Black. I love to share with you cool gear that comes my way. If you're new here, don't be a stranger. I'll have links to everything we're talking about down in the description so you can find it down there easily, plus some coupon codes to some great accessories and a surprise link. Also, this might be the last video that you see in this office. And yeah, this is the last time, but we'll save that one for a future video. So the Action 3, the Hero 11. Now I don't want to go through every little detail about these things because you're probably just wanting to be nudged one way or the other. And I do have to say right off the bat, both of these are great cameras. Both of these are great buys. If you own one of them and I talk more about the other, don't feel like you've missed out because they're both great cameras. And there are a lot of similarities like 4K 120 frames per second, 10-bit color, mind-blowing stabilization, which includes horizon balancing and horizon leveling. They both have touchscreens, they're both waterproof, they both have pro modes where you can go in and customize your settings a lot more, and many, many more similarities. But here are some of the differences where I think the Action 3 does it better. For one, and this is kind of a big one, but the Action 3 has great battery life and no overheating. For all the time that I've used this in long shoots and everything, I've not experienced any overheating on this camera. I've ran out of battery or ran out of space on my SD card before I experienced any overheating where this one will overheat. And the battery life is noticeably longer. Plus it has fast charging so you can charge this thing up really quickly. Or you can use their battery case and you can store up to 3 batteries in here with fast charging so you can charge this up really quickly. But also with these 3 batteries in here, you can reverse engineer it and you can charge things like your phone. So this turns into like a power bank. That's pretty cool. And speaking of their USB port, one of the things I love about the Action 3 is that you can use USB powered microphones. And whether that's a wired microphone like this one, or a wireless microphone like this one, or you can even step it up to their DJI wireless microphone. I mean, I wish it would sit a little bit more flush, but it still works. And what's great about it is it's just plug and play. Whereas if you want to add an extra microphone with the Hero 11, you have to get the media mod. The microphone that's built in is okay. But if you want to add more mics, you still have to have a wired connection going into their 3.5mm jack. Another really great feature is their HDR mode. You turn this on and it looks so much better outdoors. Anything that would get heavily shaded with the GoPro really comes out nicely with HDR on the Action 3. And also low light video is sharper on the Action 3 since it has a bigger sensor, which is something to keep in mind depending on how you want to use it. They both have touchscreens on the back. They both have screens in the front. However, the Action 3 has a touchscreen on the front, and that comes in handy more than you think. If you have this thing mounted somewhere, or if you're looking at yourself, you want to be able to change some of those settings right there instead of having to turn everything around. That makes it a lot easier to customize your shot as you're looking at it. I also think that the touchscreen on the back is a little bit more responsive. It's a little bit easier to navigate, and it's kind of nice because it's wider as well. But I also need to point out the apps, because with both apps, you can preview your shot, but as soon as you hit record, you lose the preview on the GoPro, but you could still preview your shot on the Action 3 with your phone. Another big difference with the Action 3 is that magnetic mount on the bottom. Now this comes in handy, like big time, because you can take it off of one mount and pop it on another just that fast. Whereas with the GoPro, you have to get third-party mounts that do that. Also, it's kind of annoying. You have to unscrew that screw every time to put it on a different mount. This is nice because you can just take it off of one mount and put it on another one. Like if you have a helmet mount or if you have a selfie stick, you can just pop it off of one, put it on the other. Just that easy. And when it's on solid. Like you can't pull it off. And another big difference is the price. Looking at Amazon right now, the DJI Action 3 comes in at $329 and the Hero 11 comes in at $449. So I mean $120 more for this camera versus this camera. Having said that, it sounds like I'm favoring the Action 3 over the Hero 11, but this is where I think the Hero 11 does it better than the Action 3. The Hero 11 will give you 5.7K 60 frames per second which is a higher resolution, and this is what they look like side by side. Depending on what you're watching it on, you might not even see a difference. The Hero 11 also offers full frame 8:7 aspect ratio, which, as someone that likes to edit their footage later, this actually does come in really handy for me, because a lot of times I might just have a little bit too much headroom, or it's down a little bit too far. It's nice when you can go in and you can actually adjust that and fix that later on. The Hero 11 also gives you a few more field of views to choose from. Like, you can go from hyper view all the way up to narrow. Whereas on the Action 3, you only have wide and ultra wide, and like a de-warped ultra wide. The Hero 11 also has built-in lighting effects in the time-lapse mode, and they're really fun to play with. So all in all, for that average consumer looking for that fun waterproof vacation camera to take out quickly, get some smooth shots, the Action 3 is gonna be a great choice. The Hero 11 is also a great choice for that as well, but the battery life isn't as good, possible overheating. But I think the Hero 11 is better if you are someone that likes to take their footage to the next level, like in post-production and editing it down. But if you're not one of those people, I think you're gonna like the Action 3 more. So with all of that info, which would you choose? Let me know in the comments. They're both great cameras. I do think the Action 3 is a lot easier to use if you don't know really what you're doing with an action camera. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this video was helpful. If it was, maybe you can click that button right there. And I got a lot of other cool videos coming out, including some more Action 3 videos and GoPro videos. So stay tuned, and see you next time.
Can we call you on